and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. Today's video is a wee preview of tonight's match between Celtic and Dundee. A game, if Celtic do win, puts them 13 points clear at the top of the table with 13 games left in the season. Celtic will be looking to get a degree of revenge from the 3-3 draw recently at Dens Park, Dundee, and getting their title-winning and treble-winning campaign back on track. In today's video, we'll be having a wee look at the stats for the fixture, my predicted lineup and my predicted score, and one or two wee thoughts as to how the game may go and what options Celtic may use in their starting lineup and substitutions. I see Celtic putting out as strong a team as possible to start the game. There were one or two wee surprises in the lineup against Motherwell, but I fully expect Celtic will put their best possible 11 out there on the pitch to start with, and then also try and introduce some of their backup players and new players such as Jota, Schlupp, and also some of the backups such as Paulo Bernardo, Johnny Kenny, and Luke McCowan, and potentially also looking if the score, etc., allows, maybe giving Cameron Carter-Vickers or Alistair Johnston a wee rest as well. But all that obviously depends on how the game goes and whether Celtic can get a nice lead to start with and then relax a bit in the second half. My predicted lineup is going to be Kasper Schmeichel in goals, Alistair Johnston at right back, centre backs, Cameron Carter-Vickers and Austin Trusty, and left back Greg Taylor, central midfield Callum McGregor, Arnie Engels and Rio Hatate, out wide on the right Kuhn, out wide on the left Dyson Maida, and through the middle Adam Ida. This of course does give Celtic the option to bring on Johnny Kenny in replacement of Adam Ida, or moving Dyson Maida in to allow Jota to continue his quest for match fitness and match readiness on the left wing. And also maybe, if the score allows, does give Celtic a chance to bring in the new player Jeffrey Schlupp at the left back or in left midfield. And as I said, also potentially giving Liam Scales a wee half hour to keep his match fitness going in relief of Carter-Vickers or Trusty, to keep everybody fresh for the weekend and to keep everybody fresh for the big game against Bayern Munich next week. In terms of a predicted score, I'm going to go for 3-0 to Celtic. Celtic have a really good record against Dundee at Celtic Park and a really good record against Dundee full stop. And if you look at Celtic's last 45 games against Dundee, Celtic have 38 wins, 7 draws, no defeats games at Celtic Park. Celtic have 20 wins and 2 draws against Dundee since Dundee last beat Celtic at Celtic Park, which was back in 2001. And also Celtic are on a 7-game run of home wins with a clean sheet, which is a couple short of the record Neil Lennon's team set back in 2014. I think Celtic will have learned their lessons from the game against Dundee that ended 3-3. Celtic did defend rather poorly for large parts of that game. And Celtic did get a wee bit bullied out on the left side and out-muscled through the middle. But I think this time around, both Carter-Vickers and Austin Trusty will be much more focused and control the threat of the Dundee strikers. And I think another key is Celtic getting charge of the midfield and allowing Callum McGregor a chance to control the match, which he hasn't been doing so well in the last couple of games. But in essence, when McGregor gets a good control of the midfield, that does allow Engels and Hatate to get further forward. Also allows the fullbacks to overlap and get forward into the final third, and gives a lot more space for Kuhn and Maeda to get into, and then service the ball to Adam Ida better. In the Tuesday afternoon press conference, Brendan Rodgers spent a lot of time answering the same questions again and again and again and again over the recent transfer window, and for 95% of the time he's towed the party line and said that the window wasn't as good as was hoped, but there were lots of factors, and that every effort was made to sign players, but there were difficulties getting some of the deals over the line for a variety of reasons. But he said the key thing was they made some upgrades. They had brought in Jota. They had the very versatile Jeffrey Schlupp coming in. And also he was looking forward to working with some of the young players such as Johnny Kenny, and was also acknowledging that Dias and Maeda gives Celtic a lot of flexibility and options, and the addition of Jota to primarily work on the left wing, it does open up the other opportunities for Maeda to move centrally and other changes of formation. And Adam Ida, in his press conference that followed the Rodgers press conference, very, very positive, saying he was looking forward to becoming the Celtic lead striker, looking forward to taking on that extra responsibility. So that was the reason he joined Celtic from Norwich last summer, and was also very praiseworthy of his new teammates and also his younger backups at the club as well. So, in essence, Brendan Rodgers, Adam Ida, and all the players presenting a coordinated line. And the other thing that Rodgers was stressing was that Celtic have had a great season so far, and that everybody's going to keep on working very, very hard. And also, I think, was encouraging the Celtic support to support the club towards future successes, and to look forward to the summer transfer window, when lessons will have been learned from the winter window and put into practice for the summer window instead. So overall, Brendan Rodgers was very positive, very encouraging, and also looking forward to the future rather than focusing on the past. So that just about finishes things off for today's wee video preview of the Celtic against Dundee match that will be kicking off at 7:45 this evening. Game is going to be live on pay-per-view, but will not be live on any form of terrestrial or subscription channels. However, for those who do want to watch it, the pay-per-view is available via Celtic TV, and is available for a wee bit more if you aren't a Celtic TV subscriber, a couple of pounds more expensive. So, just to finish off, good luck Celtic in tonight's game against Dundee. All being well, at the end of the game towards 10 o'clock, we'll be 13 points clear with 13 games to go, and our campaign for the treble back on. So, until the next video, goodbye and hail, hail.